Hey, what's up guys, it's TechSumer talking to you here, and today's video I will review the M1 Max MacBook Pro 1 year later. So, I've got my M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch last year around the October timeline, and I made several videos about it. You can go check it out. They are on my channel. I bought external monitors, I bought accessories, I reviewed it, two weeks later reviews, so many videos about this computer. But then I stopped because the year continued. I went through my work, YouTube channel, made 300 videos or about 200 videos since I bought this computer, which has been just crazy. And then I actually made through engineering school, and of course I bought my M2 MacBook Air, which I actually completely loved, but I had to return. So yeah, this MacBook Pro has gone through it all. 1 year of enormous stuff, some gigantic stuff happened. I'm now 770 subscribers deep in my channel, and so I decided to review this MacBook Pro 1 year later. How's the experience has been, which things have changed, which things have not changed, and which things are the best still in 2022, 1 year later. Do not forget that this computer is rumored to come out with the M2 chip this year. So yeah, this M2 Max and the M2 Pro should be very incremental improvements, so do not be afraid to buy this computer. These new computers are rumored to come out next year, so if you want to wait 1 month to see how they perform, then feel free to do it. So no further ado, let's review the M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch 1 year later. Shall we? So, the M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch came out on October last year, and I bought it. This is the M1 Max chip with 32 GPU cores, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and 1 terabyte of storage. Yes, I bought only 1 terabyte of storage because, no, I did not want to spend $7,000 to get just 8 terabytes of storage. And no, I did not buy the 64 gigabyte of RAM option because I did not thought it was necessary. Trust me, 32 gigabytes is more than enough. If you are doing tons of tracks on Logic Pro, tons of layers on Adobe, Photoshop or Lightroom, you won't notice the difference between 32 gigabytes of RAM and 64. 64 is for those people that are completely overkill and they need to future-proof their device. This 32 will last me throughout the life of this computer way more than I really need. So why did I buy 32 gigabytes of RAM and not the M1 Pro with 16? Well, first I wanted the M1 Max to future-proof my device. Then I really wanted the 32 gigabytes of RAM just because I wanted that safe mind that when I was using my 3D modeling like SolidWorks on my engineering course, I need to use VM, so virtual machines on parallels, to run SolidWorks. So it's 2 layers of translation. We have the layers translation from x86 to ARM and Windows to macOS. So yes, that takes a little bit of a toll on your RAM and your performance on the computer, so I decided to get the most amount of performance possible out of my money. So I had about $3,600 to spend, and I spent it all. I chose to have 1 terabyte of storage and 32 gigabytes of RAM, and then I chose the M1 Max just because that's the most powerful chip with the most powerful GPU on a laptop from Apple. So I really enjoy the performance of this computer. Like, in terms of performance, it has been flawless. No time that I saw this computer slow down, no time that I saw this computer completely blow out his fans with no reason. When I see this computer like completely blowing out his fans, it's when I'm doing like exporting a video, I'm watching videos, and then actually after streaming videos and exporting a video, I decide to make a thumbnail. And then this computer, after open OBS so I can record my screen, like 4 tasks at the same time, then it starts to sweat a bit and starts to turn on the fans. Because after that, the sweat just completely just goes away and it's just easy work. Remember that when the fans are completely turned off, it's just a fanless computer. When the fans turn on, it's a plane. Trust me, it's very, very loud. But of course, this computer is completely dead silent when you are doing your normal job, editing videos, watching streaming videos, anything. It's just complete dead silent. And this computer has insane performances with insane results on benchmarks. I benchmarked this computer on several videos that I made before. Right now, I don't feel the need to. It's 1 year later, no one cares about the benchmarks, they just care about the experience, and I'm here to tell you about my experience with this computer. And the experience in terms of performance has been great, more than perfect. So yeah, in terms of performance, this computer has been just perfect. Then the best thing about this computer has to be the display. After 1 year of use, I fell in love with the display of this computer so much. This is a mini LED 16-inch display and is actually very, very good. Remind yourself that this is a mini LED display, not an OLED display. But the deep blacks, the very high contrast colors, and the 120 Hz just make this display the best display ever on a laptop, in my opinion. After 1 year of use, I gotta say that I'm very, very happy with this display. If you don't know, when I first bought this computer, 1 month later, I actually bought an external display for this machine. It was a 27-inch Dell external display to have on my room. And when I was using this computer on my dorm room, I started using that display. And I gotta tell you, I was kind of disappointed. After 1 month of using it or 2 weeks of using it, I actually returned it. I did not feel the need to use it just because this display was so much better than that Dell display that I thought, why do I have to use that other one? I really enjoy this one. I don't need to use the other one. So I stopped using it. It was not 120 Hz, it was only 60 Hz. It was 4K, but not that great. So at the end of the day, I decided to completely let go of that display and kept my 16-inch. If I did really need an external display, then I used my iPad Pro 2018 as a sidecar machine. So this display has been great. Like I told you, high contrast ratio, very deep blacks, and incredible brightness. This display goes up to 1200 nits when watching HDR content, and that's why I think that this is the best, not the best display ever on a laptop. Very useful, very good, and very good at color grading. So if you like color grading, you do love editing photos and videos, then the MacBook Pro is the best machine for you. Then, of course, we're going to the hardware side of things, because this computer is being mostly hardware upgraded. Because, like I told you, this design is now different. This is now a less squared off design and more rounded off design. This design is the new approach from Apple's design to the MacBook lineup. The M2 MacBook Air now features this design, but this was first introduced in 2021 with this M1 Max and M1 Pro MacBook Pro's generation. So this design is very cool, very easy to hold, very easy to move around, does not cut it into your hands. It's just cool. Although this computer, because it's a 16-inch machine, is bigger and, trust me, way heavier than you would have thought. So this machine is heavy, is bulky, but it's powerful, so I don't really care. And the display is so big, so beautiful, that I don't really care about the bulkiness of this computer. Yes, sometimes I do feel it on my backpack. Yes, I cannot take it everywhere. It's big, sometimes it doesn't fit on the airplane trades, but it's a trade-off that I had to make. On those cases, I use my iPad Pro 2018. That's why it's there. It's an old iPad. I know it's 5 years old right now, or 4 years old right now, but I don't really care about that iPad. I just use it whenever I want to. I use it to take notes on my school, but that's it. The MacBook Pro has replaced every single work that I do there. So this machine has been perfect. I don't care really about the size, but if you do care about the size of your computer, you are more portably conscious, then buy the 14-inch version of this machine. I recommend you going for the M1 Pro MacBook Pro 14-inch. Then of course, Apple introduced new I/O on this machine. Now you have HDMI support, SD card slots, you have 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, you have MagSafe. Now MagSafe is back. I love MagSafe. It charges at 140 watts, this machine, and it's really fast. It takes you about 45 minutes to an hour to charge this 100 watt hour battery, which is insanely big. Lasts me around 20 hours if I'm not doing like video editing or photo editing. If I'm just doing streaming videos and web browsing and emails, lasts me the whole week. If I do not do that, then one day, or if I'm editing videos, it lasts me 2 full edits. So I can edit 1 video, that's about 50% of the battery. I love this machine, I love this battery life, it's incredible. Of course, like I told you, it still has MagSafe, and now it has 1 headphone jack, like they had before. They did not remove it. So in terms of I/O, this is the best I/O ever on a MacBook Pro, and that's why I really enjoy it. Because when I go to class and I want to connect this to a projector, use the HDMI port. When I want to put the SD card slot for my drone, I use the SD card slot with an adapter to mini SD card. So yeah, I do enjoy this new hardware. Do I use it every day? No. Mostly I use the MagSafe port and the USB-Cs. Sometimes when it's useful, it's like really good not to have to use an adapter. So yeah, in terms of hardware I/O, this machine has not disappointed. One thing that is also very good is the speakers, webcam and microphone. The speakers here are just the best ever on a MacBook, and they are insanely good for a computer. In my opinion, these are the best speakers ever on a laptop, and even on a machine from Apple. So take a listen and let me know in the comments down below how you think about these speakers, even being 1 year later. Then, of course, something that is also pretty cool here is the webcam and microphones. This is a 1080p webcam, really good, and the microphones are studio quality. I sometimes use it for voiceovers and they are really good. So take a listen, take a look at the camera and microphone quality from this video test. Hey guys, this is Tech Sumer here, and this is vlogger style on the M1 Max MacBook Pro. This is my camera test, and what do you think? This is also the microphone test. Let me know in the comments below how I look. I think I look pretty great. Looking at my and testing out, I think that's pretty good. This is a 1080p camera, but it looks pretty great, and for Zoom calls it looks perfect. In my opinion, a little bit more crisp than the center stage camera on the studio display. But let me know in the comments below how it looks and how it sounds, the microphones. Finally, we have the keyboard, the mouse, and the trackpad. This trackpad is insane. This is the best trackpad on the business. I don't really need to talk about this trackpad. The gestures, the force touch technology, everything. This is just the best trackpad on the business. Everyone knows that, and I don't really need to talk about it. 1 year later, it has not disappointed me. Something that I was not used to, but now I'm in love with, is the keyboard. I used to have the butterfly keyboard from the 2016 MacBook Pro 13-inch that I had before this one. And now, after 1 year of using the Magic Keyboard, I have to say that you were right. The butterfly keyboard is worse than this keyboard. It's not bad. I really enjoy that keyboard, but this one is much better. The key travel is better. It's everything better. Like, it's more comfortable, more accurate, more reliable. Everything in this keyboard is just better. And I love this black coating on the keyboard. And of course, it's backlighting, so it's good. It has a function Pro keyboard. Works fine, doesn't have the touch bar now. They have removed it from the 2016 MacBook Pro generation. Now on the 2019 16-inch, they had before it, but now they don't. So this 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 doesn't feature a touch bar, while the other 16-inch, the Intel machine, did. But now this machine doesn't fit the touch bar. Do I really feel the need to it? I never had one, so I don't really feel the need to it, but I had to admit it was a pretty cool feature to have on your MacBook Pro. So yeah, this MacBook Pro, on a sum, is a very good machine. Like, it is just perfect. 1 year of use, it justified all of the money that I paid for it. It was expensive though. It cost me around $3,500. But after 1 year, I gotta say it was totally worth it. Best $3,500 that I've ever spent. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I'm happy with this computer. I'm happy with my purchase. And of course, you should be too if you bought one. And if you do really want to buy one, then check Amazon Renewed, check other places that sell this computer on a discount, because right now, with the release of the new M2 Pro and M2 Max computers, this will be on a discount. And I guarantee you, this machine will satisfy you. It is just perfect in every single way. In my opinion, this is the best Apple product of the decade. Yeah, it's pretty soon to say that, but at least it's one of the best designs and one of the best improvements that I've ever seen until the beginning of this decade. So I'm really happy. We might see better laptops and better computers until 2030, but right now I'm very confident to say that from 2020 to now, or at least from 2010 to now, this has been the best MacBook ever released. This is the best MacBook ever, way better than the 2016 generation, and my god, what a computer. I really loved it. I think you should too, and if you do buy one, enjoy it. It's the best laptop ever. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to my channel. That will really help me out to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. This has been Tech Sumer talking to you here. Bye.